Hello and welcome back to another video. So today's video will be me drawing Fischl in her outfit because I really like her outfit, and although I wasn't playing the game so early on and didn't get her outfit, I still do like her as she is even without her outfit. I don't really have plans of how I'm going to draw her, and maybe I'll add O's as well, but I don't entertain the thought of drawing O's along with Fischl because I do think I want to center her into the canvas. I am just going to insert a reference photo here of Fischl in her outfit, and then I am going to just go ahead and proceed with the rough sketch, which is quite simple kept because I do not like to add a lot of details and take a lot of time just for the rough sketch into the drawing. I also just added O's along in the rough sketch just to see how it would look if Fischl was not exactly centered into the picture, because I think she would look better if she was bigger and more centered, if that makes any sense. The rough sketch is still taking pretty long because so here I'm just gonna go ahead and sketch O's along with her, because just to see how it will look if she was not exactly centered in the picture, as I said before. So here I will just proceed with the Lineart, and I didn't exactly go for the neat style this time because I usually use studio pen or technical pen for the neater Lineart. Well, here I just used my sketching brush, but I do think it looks better without O's. I just cropped out the part in which I drew O's because I wouldn't exactly add it at last, because I did think of centering her into the picture. I do like her color scheme as well as her outfit, but well, it isn't new anymore because I think it's like months ago or maybe like a year. I'm not sure anymore since I've started playing since a bit before 3.0 when Sumeru came out, and when it was Klee's Runner or Yuimi's, I don't know. Rendering did take slightly longer than usual because this time I did the art and rendering at the same time, if that makes any sense, because usually I like to finish the sketch and coloring and of course the background before actually moving on to the renderings. I'm just gonna leave some timestamps in the description in case some of you don't want to watch a 40-minute video since it is pretty long. Here I'm just gonna go and sketch the hair. I did crop out some parts of the video just to make it a bit shorter, but I skipped most of the process. But if there are any abrupt endings, just know that I cropped out some parts to make it shorter. But there are some full process videos of mine if you want to check them out, where I didn't really crop out anything or increase the speed of them. So here I will just finish up the liner. Well, it isn't finished anymore, but yeah. I apologize for any background noises because sorry for the ruckus. So after this slightly cleaning up this sketch and make it more readable, if that makes any sense, I will just keep the layer on multiply mode. After changing its hue, saturation and brightness, I usually like a light red or light purple. So I'm just gonna increase her size and fit her in the canvas properly. Since initially I thought of adding those since the eyes made her a bit smaller, but then I removed those and then I had to make her bigger to center her in the canvas, if that makes any sense. So I'm just putting in a dark dusty purple or something and changing the layer mode of the liner to multiply. So I'm not really satisfied with how the background came out because I did want to draw her in Emerald Trash, I don't know how you pronounce it, but I do not think it turned out that way because I don't really put much effort into the backgrounds usually unless I wanted to portray a certain atmosphere. I don't add lighting effects or too detailed backgrounds and shadows. And I did want to make her color scheme a bit more brighter or more vibrant, but I do think a more bit of darkish vibe would suit with the background because I don't really know if saturated colors will blend in with the background. I do like to keep the art pieces simple because I do get confused with color theory often, and I do end up using add and multiply layers for shadow and lighting and other effects or some other things. So I am also excited for the new 4.0 event, in which I believe the recent stream said that the phase 1 runners were Lini and Yulan plus Lineart, and phase 2 was Shangli and Tartaglia. Tartaglia was my first 5-star when I initially started the game, and it was my first time actually playing on a new banner since I only pulled on the beginner's banner, if that's what it's called, and I didn't use any of my other Acquaint Fates or the Intertwined Fates because I didn't exactly know how or what to use them for back then. recently I pulled on Scaramouche's banner as well and got him on kind of a soft pity because it was like 65-70ish, I believe. I was debating whether to pull for Kokumi or Scaramouche, and I decided to just pull once on each banner and get whoever I get because I couldn't decide because I wanted them both. But I was initially saving for Kokumi since I started the game. I never lost a 50-50 till now, and I didn't have any primal gems to guarantee a 5-star, so I was nervous if I would lose my 50-50, but this was my first time I think winning, although I have gotten 2 weapons out of 3 5-stars in the standard banner. One was Lost Prayer to Sacred Winds and the other was Skyward Pride, and I got Mona on the standard banner as well. I've never pulled on the weapon banner before since I do want many other characters, and I think I will pull on the weapon banners a little later since I don't exactly want anyone's weapon as of now. Anyways, let's talk about the drawing for a bit. So the main reason I used multiple layers for the Lineart is to blend in the Lineart with what I am coloring in, since multiple layers usually gives a darker version of what is colored beneath it. So I do like a slightly darker version of the color of the Lineart that surrounds it, and I think it makes the process a lot more simpler for me. So I usually use a purplish shadow for the face and skin shadows because I do think it goes well with any color, because I use dark purple for the Lineart as well and not black, so that I can just adjust the hue, saturation and brightness of a layer, since with black I cannot adjust the hue, saturation and brightness, or with any grayish color. So just going to add the eye highlights over here and then move on to the eye patch. I also like how the eye patch of Fischl changed with her outfit because it does look pretty unique. And speaking of eye patches, I also am planning to draw Kaya with his new outfit soon in the new event. Okay, it's not new anymore, but I got Kaya's outfit and I really liked it, but I also like his previous outfit because I think it suited him more, but and now I'm just going to color in the hair. So here I am just going to sketch in, actually not sketch, color or add the shadows in the hair, and this did take pretty long because I tried to make it a bit more deeper, if that makes any sense. And for the shadows, I used a thinner size for most of the part because, as I said, I did want to make it a bit more clearer of where the shadows and where exactly the lighting source is, because I usually add lighting sources from both sides, and for this piece I tried to keep the lighting source in mind, and yeah. I did try to not miss most of the details in his model because usually I do miss a detail or two, but I tried to look at the model closely and add everything, and I didn't exactly do much blending for the hair this time. It's just base colors and the strong highlights. So I do think I did this for an hour or so, and I actually did it in 2 different sessions. So if there's any drastic lighting change in between, that's why. I did one at about 8 o'clock and one in the morning at about 10:30, I believe, because so then I'm just going to move on to her collar, or what's on her neck. I don't know what you call it, but there's the purplish, bluish, pinkish gem or stone on her collar, and I didn't exactly get the exact colors as I don't really like color dropping the original picture, because I like to choose my own colors and blend it in with the background. I mean, make it more suitable of what will be in the background, if that makes any sense. So I would usually choose a background or scene that complements their color scheme, because if some like purplish dresses would suit in some more darker backgrounds like this, or some more greenish shades would suit in with nature and environment and stuff. So for my previous video, I think when I was drawing my OC, I added a bluish background and she had kind of a pinkish bluish color scheme, so I do think it blended in well. But in that video I tried to like hydroify her of how it would look if she was a Genshin Impact character and she gave us hydro, but I don't really think it turned out that way. But yeah, I was paying attention more to the silver parts on her body to shade it more, but I didn't do much blending for this one. I just came out like a kind of vectorized picture or something like that. And I didn't do a sketchbook video recently. I mean, the last time I did it was like 2 weeks ago, I believe. So I do want to draw something in my sketchbook next video and use a medium I like don't use often, like paint or color pencil. I have been experimenting with watercolor recently, and I wasn't really satisfied with the pieces I made, but I still do want to try out watercolor a bit more because I do find it quite fun. I do like just playing around with colors because I can't really decide what background to use for some pieces or what colors to use for it to blend into the background environment, and it is quite fun for me to do that, especially for people who have like a fixed color scheme. And for some people who have a bit too intricate designs for their outfits, I do find it quite hard to like fit it in. But I do try my best to add a lot of details. But for the chibis, I don't think it is possible to like add too much of detail for the people with intricate designs, because I usually draw chibis small and I don't think it will fit in with a lot of detail, so I usually draw chibis of characters with lesser details or lesser complex designs or hair or clothes or accessories or stuff like that. So just going on with the outfit, this one is not exactly detailed, and that's why I like her outfit, since it's like easy to draw and it is pretty fun to draw detailed outfits, but it just makes the process more meticulous. But she has a pretty simple outfit with minimalist designs, and I had a lot of fun drawing it. And I do like to experiment with different colors, as I said before just choosing or settling on one. So next video, since Fontaine is releasing pretty soon, I will draw someone from Fontaine, maybe Lineart and who's that? Feminette. Yes, Feminette. I think I might be drawing those three, or maybe Farina, but Farina won't come in the 4.0 because I don't think the stream said anything about her. So I would love to see how she would look as a playable character. And I do like her outfit design. It looks very Fontaine-ish, like grandeur, elegance. That's all part of Fontaine. And while I was editing this video, I did find some abrupt noises, so I did cancel out the noises for this one. I haven't drawn much Honkai style tonight. The only person I've drawn from Honkai is March 7th, I believe, and I do want to draw many more, and I will see if I can draw them in the future later on, because right now I don't exactly have my focus on Honkai. So I am just adding the shadows for the white part of her outfit, and I don't think I added much of shadows or lighting and stuff for the clothes this time, because I think it's just more base colors than the shadows and stuff than my usual works. And here on we are off to the rendering part. As I said, I did the rendering with the coloring most of it, but here I am just doing the finishing touches, smoothing it out a bit more. And I thought of just adding a glue kind of stuff behind her or on her, just to make it look more magical. And so I will just outline her with the purple outline with the soft brush. to make it a bit more ethereal. So I'm just going to put that on add layer, reduce the opacity, and Gaussian blur it a bit so that kinda looks like a glow, although not really, I guess. So I usually keep the opacity of glows for my artworks at like 50 or 60% on add layer. For the minimalist tone though, I usually keep like 40, 30, 35-ish, 35 opacity. And then I just added more of pinkish shades to the glow just to make it more vibrant of different colors. And then I reduced the color up the color base color shadows things to 95 just to make it more blended into the background. And now on to the time lapse. So I did speeding this up a little by tapping on it, so I will add the time lapse at the end, the unspeeded version. So I'm just cleaning up the last parts, and that's it. I will just add back the glow. And bye bye, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you the next time. Bye bye.